Hey guys, Estelle back here again, bringing you my thoughts and review of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Just came out this past week, I believe, and I thought I'd do a quick video. I'm actually renting this game right now. I didn't buy it. Getting it from our local rental store. And if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed series, then I think you pretty much would like this game. It really hasn't changed too much gameplay-wise, feature-wise than the other game. If you remember, in the other game, you could do the treasure hunt stuff. You buy the map, get all the treasures in here. I'm grabbing one right now. Also, too, they have a little finding the numbers or sequences onto different buildings, and you do a cluster of events there, and then you try to unlock this little portion of video stuff. That is still there. It's just new. You might have, I think they have. I've done one of them. They've added a couple other little games, not just the picture thing or locate this item. They added another one, so that's pretty much, they left that in there. There is a couple new things here. This whole point of this story so far, I'm not going to try to divulge too much, is that you're in Rome. There's a Colosseum right there. The Borgia, which is like a clan or a family, if you want to think of a mafia, took over, and you have to reduce their influence by gaining your influence and getting the trust of the people. Another way of doing it, if you remember in the Fable 3 game, they have that banking system where this is my hideout there. So you have your own hideout again. This time it's in the city. Won't tell you how you got it, but you'll see if you play the game. It happens very early. But back to my point of, if you remember in Fable 3, you buy certain places and you get to make profit money off of that. That has an idea here. It goes a little bit beyond that. The idea is that you take these condemned areas and make them into a bank, a blacksmith, that sort of thing. Pretty much all you do is you buy it, and it becomes what it should be. And most of the money that is made from that goes to the city, goes to the people, thus gaining your influencers. Well, that's a bank. You buy that. I'm showing you the map here. And then you get a portion of that money. I think they'll say $2,000, 2,000 coin will go to the city. You will get like $500 of that. That kind of thing. So there is a constant flow of money. So money is more prominent in this game. You still have to buy items, weapons, armor. There are different armor sets. Hell, they even got the same idea of unlocking the best armor. You have to do a series of events, climb over all these things, and get up to the treasure chest room, just like in this second game. Then get an item. And again, you have to get 6 keys to unlock this certain armor set. So if you don't mind the repetitiveness of a lot of the second game, then this game is pretty cool. If you're expecting something totally new and different, then you might be a little bit disappointed. Now, storyline, if you remember in the second game, I was really disturbed by the second game because they didn't lead up into anything extraordinary. I put it that way. Everything in the game, even the part of the Aramis or whatever the hell it's called, was almost believable. Science fiction, yes, but they presented it in such a way that, you know, someday that could be feasible. And then of course you're in the gameplay playing this historical, accurate type game. Even in the beginning of the game, they have that disclaimer saying how much of how accurate this is, real people or such that so forth. And then at the very end of the game, you get this kind of alien, ancient race thing, video thing, and I was really disappointed in that because it took away a lot of the realism for me at the very end of the second game, and that's how the game ended. Well, in this game, I think they kind of sort of corrected that, anticipated that, and right in the beginning of the game, and they did it well. They did it very well. They acknowledged that in the very beginning of the game. In fact, that's part of the storyline in this game. They acknowledge that alien race or ancient race in that scientific or sci-fi thing in the very beginning of the game, and brought it right out in front so people know about it. And now you're actually playing the historical, accurate game. And now I'm okay with that. I'm glad they told me beforehand. Then let it all go through the entire game, then I find out again. So I thought that was pretty nice that they did that. Of Graphically, it looks pretty much the same. I'm sure there's little differences. Bitrate might have changed, that sort of stuff. Combat is still plays the same. You'll see here in a minute. I get my ass kicked by this freaking guy on a horse, and I'm still loose with the controllers on this game, and I'm not quite sure how to do all of it. Like I said, I just rented it the other day, and you know, I'm not quite sure how to do the best stuff. And, that's okay, I guess. Just wanted to show you what I thought so far. You have to unlock the maps, just like before, the waypoints. Climb up and you press the triangle key for PlayStation 3, and you'll see the whole parameter view and everything like that. They got these nasty ass guys with axes that you can't counter very well. You gotta. There's a guy in the horse. This guy kicks my ass. Now, remember me telling you about the gangs and everything like that. You have to take off their. You have to reduce their influence and gain your influence. This is what I'm doing now. To unlock those areas, those little places to buy, you have to reduce this gang, the Borgia, I think they're called, influence in that area by igniting the Borgia Tower. That's where I'm at right now. It's the Borgia stronghold. I'm supposed to kill the main guy who's right there with the cross over his head. Kill him and light the flame, the tower on fire, and then that reduces their influence in this particular area. And then I can buy whatever places are in that area, and then you just keep moving on. So it has a very repetitive feel. That was a big complaint in the previous two games about doing the things exactly the same. But there are a lot of different things now, so I thought that was kind of cool. That this is kind of another little aspect, a little twist that they threw into the game that they otherwise may not have done. So I thought that was pretty neat. You know, here's me just fighting just normal stuff. You can do the counters and do the dodges, which is pretty neat. Oh, another little tidbit. In this game, you're able to get out of the Aramis at free will. I can leave, I can press start and leave the Aramis at any time that I choose to, and then come back to the real world. So they make a more heavy point on Desmond, who is the main character, whose memories you are the person who's trying to remember. He's in the machine, and you're trying to remember. You're actually Desmond, remembering these guys, Enzio and all those other guys. So you're able to leave that area, the dreamland, at any time, and then go back to the real world. You can interact with those 3 or 4 guys that you remember from the second game. Again, I won't divulge any other spoils about that, but I thought that was pretty neat. So it gives another little dimension. And it seems like if you want any of the achievement points or checkpoints things, you need to get out. I mean, you could just completely just play and just let it flow automatically like the game does. But if you wanted to go a little bit above, you need to get out occasionally and talk to these people and interact with them, and you get your points. So I just killed off the captain, or the main guy of that area, and you can loot bodies and stuff like that. You can find all that stuff, which is pretty cool. You get a gun. You know, of course, you have to upgrade it by the new ones. Same old darts things, poisonous darts, the gun is pretty neat. Throwing knives. You can, the tailor's there so you can customize your look of your character. Then also, I was going to say the armor, upgradable stuff. So far, I haven't gone into any other areas besides Rome. It's actually called Roma. Back in that time, that's what they call it here. So I'm sure there might be other places to go, and I don't know. I'm assuming. So that, you know, that's pretty cool. Again, you can see a lot of neat old stuff. You might recognize the Colosseum there. I think it's called the Python. That old pagan church is there. They still have pretty challenging buildings to climb. You have to figure out a way to get up these buildings, and it might take a while to figure it out. And it does in this particular one. You'll see me try to fumble around trying to get up there. So that's kind of cool. So they have a little bit of challenge, a little bit of thinking involved, which is pretty neat. They still have the little flags, markers. If you remember in the second game, they had the feathers. This one is flags. Again, the same as the first game, which is kind of cool. Brought back the old favorites. I haven't quite determined what the use of those flags are. At least in the second game, you get the feathers for your mother, and that apparently made her talk, or guess, I suppose. I'd say I do an epic fail there, trying to figure out how to get up there. But this next attempt, I do figure it out. So that's pretty neat. There are different websites that would help out with the clusters. and the little little game thing. When you find those numbers, you have to go into eagle mode, look on the building, try to find it, just like in the second game, and then you start that event. There are, again, different websites to go to for that, and I will put a link down in the description to showing you all that. One of the sites that I've used. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more. YouTube was one of them you could do, but I just went to one of the other sites. So I'll show that off. So, all in all, it is a cool game. Is it a buy for me? No, because I ended up selling it, trading it back in that second game. I didn't play the multiplayer, and I don't think I will. I don't want to get sucked into that. You know, my one multiplayer is definitely Call of Duty. So I'm not going to do that. But the story mode is pretty slick. Graphically, even on the PS3, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. So I'm sure on Xbox it looks that much more better. So I'm still trying to climb up this damn thing, and I figured it out. And once you get up, you ignite the barrels in there. And if you notice here, there's also the eagle on there, so it's also a viewing point, I guess. So as soon as I ignite it, I'll get the influence that I wanted from the Borgia, and also I'll get the waypoint synchronization. For me, this game is going to be a rent. I know there's probably other people that would make this a buy, and it is a good buy, but I'm either way with it. I'll probably just beat it and just turn it back in. Put your likes down if you like it, leave a comment if you want to, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Thanks, guys.